All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for coming on by today. Welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim, and this is Horizon Lost World of Darkness, Mage 2020, or 20th edition, not 2020. 2020 was terrible. Anyways, I will turn it over now to yeah, we're going to have Moriarty do the recap.
Hello.
Moriarty.
Yes, hello.
Ah, there you are.
Also, everybody, please remember to update your icons.
Oh, sorry about that. That was
All right.
That's you too,
So,
Kerr.
last session, if I can remember correctly,
What happened?
I feel like we had a week or two off.
We did.
Ah.
3 weeks, actually, I think.
You got a case?
Did I? Yes, I did. I actually wrote down some details about that. Hold on, let me bring up my notes. Yeah, we're looking for an Alex Hendricks, who is somehow tied up with John Marcone, who is one of Cody's associates.
And?
Yeah,
What do you mean,
and there's
Is
I
a
wasn't
that
gonna
it?
say anything.
there's a lot more that happened.
Was there?
We saw
Oh
the
my-
dragon.
We saw a dragon?
Yeah, you got us out of there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're in the fucking plane of existence.
Very good.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
we are
told
in a
us.
plane of existence.
Are you drunk already?
We do exist. Yes.
I'm just tired.
Wait, I
Ah.
exist? Crap. I was trying not to do that.
Mm-hmm.
No, but we're in that
Overrated.
weird sort of anti-plane thing, and
The
Okay.
glowy thing that stared at us and made the psychosis go away.
Okay. Toshime, I'm gonna let you take over here because you're the one that plunged us into this chaos.
Okay. Last time,
On Mages, the Ascension.
I put some stars back in the sky, which got us dragged into the Umbra. Saw a dragon, ran away from dragon, went to the Nether Realm, and summoned our exalted characters. That's the quick version.
Let's get the longer version.
You know how to do that one.
You're the one that caused it.
Mom, Dad, please stop fighting.
You want to
Are you gonna
explain
get
what
a
happened?
divorce?
Tanya, you want to explain?
I'm getting my coffee right now. I cannot.
Okay, this recap is hopeless. Kerr,
Yes.
your turn to take over.
Reinhardt had begun to get a case when Warren decided, hey, I'm going to put stars back up into the sky. This created a massive paradox effect that sent all of you guys to the Shadow Realm, I mean the Umbra. You were thrown into the Deep Umbra, where you encountered a space Leviathan. Sorry, I have my my technocracy to mage translator on. I mean a dragon. A motherfucking space dragon. You guys noped the fuck out of there as fast as you possibly could and ran right into the fucking underworld. Good job, by the way, surviving that. You guys
I
were
made a distraction.
You guys were, yes, you made very, very pretty light. That was very nice. You guys encountered spirits, of which proceeded to fuck with you repeatedly. And then you guys proceeded to meet other beings.
Magnanimous dispensation.
And your suffering continues.
And don't worry, Zim. You can make
Yes.
friends.
You know, if you keep tying the
Nim's
donations
the one
to
that
bad
wants
things,
to.
yeah, if you keep tying the donations to bad things, you're gonna Pavlov Zim into hating money.
Hey, this actually could be a
Impossible.
good one. This actually could be a good one.
Ouch. I have an invisible X button and I'm pressing it rapidly.
I said could be good.
No, I still doubt that.
See,
Trust me,
you sound like you're
believe in me.
smiling, and you sound like you're smiling right now, and I never trust a smiling DM.
Hmm.
Everything is going to be okay.
Hey, Timber.
Hi, Timber. But for you guys, it ended as you were saved by beings that felt very tied to you. And you saw them standing before you. Before one of them, a great leader, it seems, wielding a lance with a flag on it, just brings the lance down once and rips open a hole in reality itself, it seems. And as one, all 5 of them vanish. But as they do, you feel almost something inside of you stir. As this swirling portal stands open in front of you, and through it, you can see the tree.
Even in the underworld, I can't get away from the old man.
No, it looks like it's your guys' world, your reality.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
And off we go.
So we're back in our reality.
That's all
If
right
you get to
then.
the portal.
As the
If you
world
wanna watch.
begins to collapse and crush and just obliterate itself.
Wait, the spirit world or the world?
World.
The world.
Oh,
This will lead right back. Oh, by the way, Zim, you never changed the title.
Yes, I did.
Not on the stream itself, or... One second. Never mind, it didn't change for me. It
So am I.
didn't
I was
change
gonna
for me. I'm sorry. Here's a Marten in penance. Oh, it's on cooldown, never mind.
I beat you to it.
Penitentiary.
But yes, you guys are able to step back into reality if you wish, unless there's anything else you want to do in the underworld.
What could I possibly have to do in the
yeah, what
underworld?
we
I
want
want
to do in
out
the
of there.
underworld.
Yeah,
There's
let's
plenty
play
you can
with
do
the
in
ghost.
the underworld.
Let's play with the ghost kids some more. I'm sure that'll end well.
Hmm.
Yeah, I am getting the heck out of there.
Yeah, let's go.
As you step back, everything feels a little bit heavier, looks a little bit more real. After being in the underworld where everything was faded and it felt more like an echo than a real thing, being back in actual reality it feels good. It feels right.
This is like the last time I took acid.
Mm.
Great.
Happy to come back for you.
I do want to say, hey, you could have made Soul Steel if you were there.
Hey Reinhardt.
Marten phone. Do, 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 do.
Ring, 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 ring. Your Marten phone. Duke, 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 duke.
We're sorry. Your call
that's
cannot
for
be
you.
completed as dialed. Please hang up and boop the snoot again.
Reinhard?
What?
You have a phone on your. You have a call on your Marten phone.
What? When did I get a Marten phone?
You're a mage. Paradox.
Ah, yes.
This is normal.
When and how did you turn your smartphone into a Marten?
I didn't. I'm going to unhinge my jaw and consume the Marten.
No.
Don't
Not
do
what you do
that.
with Martens.
Okay, I answered the phone because clear.
Oh, he reacts to that.
I'm just waiting for him to come back, or for him to be allowed back.
He's allowed back.
He might not think he is.
What if he doesn't want to come back? What if it was one time too many?
There, I
What?
moved him.
Welcome back.
Okay. I have been mentally derailed.
You being thrown into the stratosphere will do that.
Answer your phone.
Nestle, you're not in the server, I don't think.
Oh, yes, duh. Let me fix that.
No, you're good. I just wanted to double check.
Nope, you are correct. I knew there was something I was forgetting.
As you pick up the phone,
Oh, did you call Nestle Nestle?
No.
no, I called him Nestle.
I heard Nestle, but okay.
Now I can't hear anything else.
As you pick up the phone, you find there is a voice on the other end. Hello, is this Reinhardt's detective agency?
Private investigator, but yes.
I was wondering if I might be able to hire you.
What do you have?
My
How professional.
my father went missing yesterday, and the police, well, they say it has to be 48 hours before they'll do anything, but I'm worried about him.
Should be 24 hours, but
They say
Yeah.
48.
hmm.
And
They prefer to have murders on their hands instead of missing persons.
We gotta make sure they're dead.
It's less paperwork.
also, you guys would know the cops here, depending on the group, like the ones who deal with the more sus things are pretty good, but the ones who deal with like the high profile cases, like the detectives and such, they can be kind of corrupt.
Okay, so I'm like the least corrupt cop here.
There's some decent cops. There are some good ones.
Okay.
I'm not a cop, so
But-
by default, my corruption's 0.
But the ones who are like at the top of the food chain, they're the corrupt ones.
Let's start with a physical description.
In his
Um,
40s, he's a construction worker. Brown hair, green eyes. I have his driver's license.
All right.
We can't have gotten far without being able to drive.
Where do you live?
I mean, you can go pretty far.
He gives you the address. It's about maybe a 5-minute drive away from here.
Okay. Do you have any sort of leads? Do you know where he last was? When was the last time you saw him? When was the last time you heard from him?
He doesn't really leave the house very much unless he's going to work. Usually he just stays here. I was coming to check on him. Just to make sure like everything was okay and he wasn't here.
Is the address you gave me his house or your
A
house?
gleaming
It's-
endowment.
Thank you, Cookies. We appreciate it.
Say again, por favor.
It is his house, but I'm currently in the driveway at the moment.
Okay. That's good. You should want to investigate the area. So you don't know of any sort of things he did maybe once a month or anything like that?
Not that I know of, no. He lived alone though, so
Right. Is there any reason for the immediate alarm? Like, I know the police want 48 hours, but is there something that is particularly off that tips you off to something maybe at stake?
the back door was unlocked.
Okay.
And that's never like that. He would never forget to unlock it, especially the back door. He never even uses it.
Does it look like forced entry, or was it just left unlocked?
It looked unlocked to me.
Right,
Didn't
but
we go investigate
did-
instead of...
okay, fair enough. I mean, he's just trying to get preliminary information.
Fair enough.
Okay. Well, we'll be over there in... I mean, I'll be over there in at least 5 minutes. And I'll be able to conduct more questions then.
Yeah, there you go, using that W word. I got stuff to do around the place.
But y'all are welcome to come if you want to.
Yeah, I'll join him.
Okay.
I have a tree to debug and re-water. I have orders to fill. I have a freaking garden that I need to maintain. I am busy today.
Okay, you can stay here then.
Fair enough.
So we're splitting the party?
Looks at Tanya.
Sounds like it.
Am I seriously the only one that would be staying behind?
I mean,
If you want to deal with the Nexus Crawler and yourself, by all means.
well, we're just, he's just going to investigate some missing father, right?
Every time that we
Yep.
do stuff, things happen.
I mean,
Yeah, ostensibly
what
that's what it is.
reason
but-
What reason would we have for all of us to go investigate this?
Because Kerr is DM. What?
To be fair,
I
this
mean,
is also
in
Empty Springs,
character
Colorado.
reason.
This is Empty Springs, Colorado, and you never know if there might be a issue. You guys are mages in a chantry. Sometimes you stick together.
Oh no, you misunderstand. You never misunderstand. We never know if there's going to be an issue. Translated, there's a high chance there's going to be an issue. That's why I
Precisely.
want to stay over here, just
Mhm.
watering my plants, tending the laboratory, and staying out of trouble.
I've seen how this goes. I want nothing to
As
do
it
with all
turns out,
that.
everything is fine here, and the danger is actually at the manor.
I've seen this movie. The medic dies first. You go.
Yeah, Kerr, you've kind of made us paranoid of doing much of anything.
If he made you paranoid of doing anything, you should be extra paranoid of not doing things.
Don't you pull those
Oh.
head games with me.
I am God. I can make whatever I want happen.
often do.
No matter what choices you make, it's not going to work out the way you want it to work out.
This
Uh,
man
if I
put a
you
freaking
admit
Nexus
you're out to
crawler
kill us.
outside our.
Got it.
No,
I'm pretty
I
I'm pretty
You know,
sure our mansion is like Sanctuary 6, right?
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, this guy put a Nexus crawler outside of that. So, like, I mean, if that doesn't tell you how far Kerr is willing to go, nothing will.
None of you died though.
Listen, Sanctuary is supposed to be a safe and fortified position where you don't really need to worry about enemies, and you literally put a Nexus crawler there, and we had
You
to like
d-
nuke it from orbit.
And nobody died.
Yeah, nobody
when
died.
When a Nexus crawler is involved, entire cities tend to go missing.
People often die.
Moriarty, if you really don't feel like it's safe going alone with this, give me
Oh,
a few
see,
minutes to...
as far as Reinhardt is concerned, he is more than happy to go it alone. In fact, he's very much
Oh,
used
yeah,
to it,
sorry,
and he will happily go
I-
alone.
I said Moriarty, didn't I?
Yeah.
You
Sorry,
did.
that was in character.
So
That was-
in character, Reinhardt is all too happy to go it alone, and
Oh.
but out of character, I probably want you guys.
Alright,
with me.
Cody will go. Does Cody finally have Marticus back, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a good thing Cody's coming too, because I was going to need to use one of his cars.
Well,
One of his cars? I guess
Yeah.
Cody's got, just a garage full of all sorts of vehicles. There's
I would
probably a
assume so.
Ferrari in there.
You've got a huge fucking mansion. If you have one vehicle on loan or some crap, like you're not doing it.
I don't care about cars. I just need one car to get me from point A to point B.
To be fair, you're also a mage, and sometimes the technocrats decide they want to bomb your cars, so having a couple of extras things does come in handy.
I assume you've got an armored car, a limousine, a Ferrari,
Skateboard.
You got a Bugatti, probably some Tesla in there because you felt mildly guilty about
Paranoid.
your gas consumption.
the old man wouldn't stop yelling until we got a Tesla.
So you guys all head out then?
Portia would be a little bit behind the others because she's tending to her various obligations.
Okay. So you guys are going to be heading off. And you would arrive at, it's an okay house. It's basically just like a cookie cutter house. There's nothing really special about it, nothing that really stands out.
Hold on. Why are we cutting Cookie?
He knows what he did.
Do I throw him in the well? Is this a well situation?
I still don't understand why you decided to get into livestock, Kerr. Cats are the hardest thing to herd.
Except furries.
Ride or kick.
That is the joke.
Okay, Cookie. Okay, these houses are all fairly identical and not at all really stand outish. There's no real like personality to any of these homes.
1 or 2 stories.
It looks like 2 stories.
Basement included or not?
Likely a 3rd floor basement under the ground that you can't see.
The market value.
They've
Just
recently
an
had
inch away.
renovations after devastation has happened from time to time.
What are
How's
the
the
HOE fees
neighborhood?
like? Yeah. Is there schools nearby?
There is a school about 2 blocks away.
Oh, Kerr. I love you, Kerr.
Is the school district mainly composed of vampires or werewolves?
It's a mix of everything. We even have some ghosts as well.
Wow.
Oh, nice. Very progressive.
Huh. Very progressive.
There is the issue of sometimes children being tried to convinced to commit suicide by the ghost children in order to increase their number, but we dealt with that little issue.
Oh, one of those, yeah.
Okay, I assume you've got a good school counselor.
Okay. As funny and hilarious as it is that you are managing to roll with that, which is freaking amazing.
There's actually a Geist counselor, and they've been helping both the normal people and the ghosts as well.
Kurt.
Are they a medium?
The S word. You gotta avoid that on Twitch, and because these end up getting sent to YouTube, and YouTube is really big about that word.
What was your question there, Moriarty?
Is the counselor a medium?
No, he is a Geist.
He himself is a Geist. Okay.
Yes. A Geist is a combination of a human and a spirit. Well, technically they're called Sin Eaters. Geist is another term for them, but that's more the name of the actual spirit that bonds with them. When a medium who wants to live is about to die, sometimes it will attract a Geist, a spirit of... It used to be a human soul, and then it started to become more aspected towards death, like more like a spirit of violence, death by bullets, death by getting cut apart, death by being buried alive, and
Okay,
they
so
become
this-
like that.
So he probably has a past of like gang violence.
It depends on the specific Geist. This person, though, he is mortal, he is human, basically, but he has supernatural abilities tied to his Geist, and he basically works as a counselor for the dead, as well as the living.
And how many chosen one type protagonists attend this school?
We're not sure on that number. It kind of fluctuates depending on the time of year. Yes, it can change just by time of year. For some reason, it seems to come up towards the summer months.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Is this a year-round school?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
It is also technically run by a vampire.
Of course.
Aren't all schools?
Yeah.
Yes, he is
Is this a high school, middle school, or elementary school?
elementary school.
Okay, well, oof. Man, they're quite young. So how often do I need to worry about cultists trying to sacrifice the children?
Usually the Sin Eater takes care of that. If anyone comes after them, he is fiercely protective of his charges.
Okay.
You've never met him, but there are a few Sin Eaters in town, maybe half dozen of them. They're fairly rare, but there's about 5 or 6 here usually at any time. Some are passing through. There's a few who stay here year-round. They tend to the dead. Sin Eaters are very well respected among pretty much all the groups because they don't really get involved with the living's problems. But if you have a dead problem, they're damn good at dealing with it. That's their job, is to help the dead. No one really wants to get in their way of that because, well, if you start having ghost problems, well, it's really hard to deal with that normally.
I'm completely fascinated about how much in-depth information you have about the city's
For
school
real.
district.
I've literally built the city from the ground up. I have been running this city for over a decade now.
Specifically so that when people like you ask questions like that, he can slam down a book of lore in your face.
That's right.
Is there any colleges in the town?
There are 2 colleges. One is a more public college, fairly cheap, community college. And there is one that is more expensive. It's not like a super high-end college, but it's a decent one. It's a good school.
Is it like a community college versus like a state university, or like?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Except the state university has apparently been subsidized so that it can also offer the rates of the community college.
Okay. Cool.
Does this have any bearing whatsoever?
I
On our
have
game.
no
No.
idea.
No, it does not. None
I don't
whatsoever.
think so. No, just making sure.
You never know,
Um,
it could actually.
I
don't know
mean,
what the plot
it might add to the property value. If I understand that this guy is generally middle class, he probably wasn't caught up in gang violence, or if he was, then he's probably knee-high in loans.
This part of the town, this is more just like the kind of middle,
It keeps going.
lower middle class / middle class. It's
It
Yeah,
keeps
this just
going.
seems like modern suburbia.
It
yeah.
keeps going.
There's no real uniqueness to any of these homes. Like, no one had their dream home built. These are all just kind of cookie cutter houses that were just built almost like from a mold.
Just
Some of
casual
these
suburbia.
like have lawn ornaments. Some of them have a little bit of personalization, but otherwise there's just not that much.
How many pink flamingos are there?
None. They were
163.
banned.
The plot.
That's why I
Apparently-
said no to that shit.
No. Apparently, a group of Rabina got so pissed off at the homeowners association, they animated all of the pink flamingos and proceeded to have them do a parade down Main Street. They got hit by
Delightful.
trucks, but everyone, including the technocracy, agreed it was worth it
Awesome.
because no one likes the homeowners association.
And that's our
So-
time for today, folks. Thanks for joining the game.
Was it a fee simple HOA, or did they have like
Zim, please help me.
So wait, hold on. Did you say
Really
pink
don't know
flamingos are
what you
banned?
want me to do about this.
What was that, Moriarty?
Did you say the pink flamingos are banned?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Again, after the pink flamingo parade down Main Street, they were considered banned.
Okay, what
Just to
entity
ensure this
banned
never
them?
happened again.
Were they banned by the city council or by the local government or?
Yes.
all the above?
So who would I go to if I wanted to get a variance on this?
Depends. Technically, the homeowners association has rule over it.
All right, you got a phone number that I can call?
You need bureaucracy.
Are the garden
676
gnomes
483 9462.
Oh my god.
are the garden gnomes real here, like in Drusustinian?
Depends. It's complicated.
Are there fays around is the main question.
Pretty much. You never want to assume the garden gnomes are normal, but most of the time they are normal. But the one time you don't think that you think they are, usually it turns out they aren't, and then you have a sadistic little murderous asshole trying to kill you.
Okay.
I hate when that happens.
Or
Does
a
this-
red cap trying to eat you.
Does the building we have turned up at does it have garden gnomes?
No garden
Okay, good.
gnomes.
Are mimics a thing in this universe?
No,
Okay.
usually.
Usually.
Spirits can
Maybe
take a
it's
lot of
yes or no.
forms, so I can't just say no. But technically, mimics as like D&D mimics technically do not exist.
Okay, so I could have a poltergeist though.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the guy that called you here is standing there looking at you like, who the hell are you talking to?
The DM.
What's
Oh.
the DM? Wait, are you guys LARPing? Really? I called you for a case.
Oh no, I'm speaking with God.
Hmm.
Yeah, this guy is about 22, 23 years old. Nothing really special to look at. Just kind of plain.
What would be his descriptors?
Black hair, green eyes, pretty
Black hair.
casual clothes. Yes. He's wearing jeans and pretty simple gray t-shirt.
Ethnicity?
Caucasian.
Alright. And Reinhardt's going to walk up with his little notepad in hand. And he's going to simply ask, you're the one that called?
Yeah, that was me.
First and last name?
Ethan Benneret.
Benneret. I've not heard that name before.
You have.
Where did we hear the name Benneret before?
Alaric Benneret.
Oh.
Right. Benneret. Was that the guy who helped us?
He's the guy at the club, yeah.
Oh dear.
He's the one who called you in originally.
Oh.
The one we're supposed to meet up when we get back.
Hmm.
Are you related to Alaric Benneret?
Not by blood, no. I was adopted, and this is my birth father here. I just actually made contact with him about 6 months ago.
Okay. And what is your biological father's name?
Jason.
Last name?
He pulls out the ID and hands it to you.
Voorhees.
He takes the ID and looks it over.
Vanderung.
Vandera. Does that sound like the name of a vampire hunter?
Nope.
Okay.
Not that you would know of.
Not that I would know. Okay. Of course, gonna look over the picture. What kind of style of hair does he have outside of it just being brown? Is it short hair?
Not really anything that special. It's cut kind of short, not like crew cut, but maybe like 2 inches. Not really styled at all, just kind of a little bit messy.
Okay.
Pretty plain. Like it'd be difficult to pick him out of a lineup or a crowd. There's just not like a lot of defining features for him is the big issue.
Right, but kind of like how I went over last time. It's not just it's not necessarily just features, but it's also like the shape of the face matters, and the shape of the nose, and maybe like various wrinkles or facial
If
lines.
you got up close to him, you could probably identify him pretty easily. It would be just a little bit more difficult, like from a distance.
Gotcha. I'll look over the card and get some other information like blood type and stuff like that.
All that's on the ID card.
Yep. And I am reading it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty standard. It looks like he lives here. He's been here for a while. He was born 40 years ago, give or take.
Okay. So early 40s, resident of this place.
Mhm.
He's gonna offer it back to Ethan.
Ethan will take it back.
You said he worked in construction?
Yes.
He didn't go to any bars or anything. Didn't go to any sort of public or social events.
I'm still trying to build like a rapport with him at the moment. I've been so busy with work that I haven't been able to find out too much about him.
Fair enough.
That's one of the things I've been trying to figure out.
What kind of things did you two do together?
Mostly talk, usually more online than anything. Maybe a couple of phone calls. I would try to visit every like month or so, but it's just hard to find time with my job and everything currently going on at the moment. It's been really busy for me.
What times? What times were you usually available to talk, and was he also available to talk to you?
Times were a little bit difficult for us to get out. Usually the weekends were the best because those were the days I didn't always have work unless there was something that needed to be done or I had someone who needed my help.
You never spoke on weekdays?
I was sometimes working till 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. And by the time I'm done, I'm usually exhausted and sleep for a while.
Okay. The days that you did speak, what time specifically during the day was he around and able to talk?
It was different almost every time.
Okay, so
We
there
just
wasn't
sort
a
of
set
played it by
schedule.
ear.
There wasn't.
No.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna go take a look at the house now, if that's all right.
Okay. Just he kind of looks at the house. I don't know. Just be careful. I've always had the heebie-jeebies around here.
Say more Hebe than GB?
So,
I
well,
don't know. It just you always feel like you're being watched, that kind of thing.
hmm.
Hmm.
I'll keep an eye out. He says with a nod as he starts walking towards the house. And I don't know if I can turn on spirit vision as a mage.
You have spirit, so yes, you could do that.
Get spirit 4. Let's go.
Make an irritate roll.
Irritate. Let me pull up my sheet here.
I try sensing a mind. Might be dark lurking around.
Yes, you can.
Right. Oh, welcome. I was actually in the on the server. Hang on.
Yep. Those are all going to be
I was
irritate
waiting
rolls
for
that
it
you're
to
going to
update.
make.
So I forgot my PC reset. Give me a sec. Alright, there we go. Mage. Mage. Irritate is 4. Okay.
Nice. Well, kind of nice.
Let him roll. Let him roll.
That's 2 successes.
So about how much time has passed during all this?
You're going to be showing up in a couple minutes.
All right.
All right. Let's go with Alexis first. You're just using mind magic, correct?
Correct. We're just attempting to sense if there's any minds present in the house currently.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I can do that with only 2, but
Do you have correspondence?
I do not.
You would not be able to directly sense inside of the house itself, but when you cast out your senses for your immediate surroundings, you do sense two minds with Ethan. And Reinhardt, when you open your spirit senses, make me a willpower roll.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the good old willpower. 7, 8.
I keep expecting his last name to be Winters.
Can Cody help with his correspondence for looking inside of the house?
Yes, Cody could assist Alexis for doing this.
I'm gonna use a point
Arete
of
for
luck.
that?
Yep.
1.
You only need one success.
Okay, that's much better. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5.
So
Come on.
you're fine.
Willpower 4.
So Cody, you move over and try to tap away on your supercomputer, getting up, and Alexis is able to feed his what he's sensing into it, and you're able to make heads and tails of what's inside the building. It doesn't seem like there is anyone currently inside that you can detect. At least no living minds that you find.
No living minds.
There's
You did s-
no conscious thoughts, so to speak.
You
Okay.
did say there's 2 with an Ethan, which is already sus.
Yeah, that's already super sus.
Mm-hmm.
I might draw Reinhardt aside a little bit and just kind of mention that to him outside of earshot.
You guys are all doing this at the exact same time, so you can do that. Just real quick, we have to get Reinhardt's reaction for what he sees. Reinhardt, this is a charnel house.
What does that mean?
Oh
Oh
dear.
boy.
The walls are splattered with blood everywhere you're looking. The ground is literally like you're walking in a small river of blood. There are body parts, bones, and other horrific sights hanging from the trees and parts of the house. Yes,
Well, that's
with Spirit 4, you can hear screaming and crying from inside of the house coming from the basement. And oh holy shit, there is something coming out of Ethan.
What is this? What does this something look like?
When you're looking at it, it looks like it's like coming out of the back part of his body, but it's connected to him. Its arms are separated and they kind of hang above. It's like 8 or 9 feet tall, this thing. It's very withered. Not decayed, but withered, as though it has been starving for like 3 or 4 weeks. And its fingers are very long and almost like razor sharp needles.
Would I know what it is?
Yes, actually, this is a Geist.
It's a Geist. Okay, so
Whatever you do, don't let it know that you know it's there.
It is bonded to Ethan. It is one with him.
so
It
this
is a
the school counselor.
That's where he went.
You don't know. You just know your research on spirits. You know what a sin eater is. This is a sin eater. Their duty and job is to help spirits. Also,
And
Reinhardt,
if it looks starved like this,
that is likely how the spirit originally died. It's likely a spirit of famine, decay, sickness, something like that.
is Ethan's spirit still intact?
Oh yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
No, so the way your understanding of this works basically is, in order to save Ethan's life, this thing bonded to him. They basically exist sort of in the same body. Ethan has full control, though. This thing cannot hijack his body.
Okay.
But it does give Ethan powers, abilities. He cannot die. And it wants him to do something for him, eventually.
Oh, cool. Essential NPC. Let's go.
Yeah, if Ethan dies, someone he knows will die in his place.
Oh,
Well, that's
not
not
so good.
good.
Death
If he
always
doesn't
has
know
to
anyone.
once. Then some random person will die.
Shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't want his dad dying, so. Assuming
Dad
he's
is
not already
probably
dead.
already dead because Ethan was going to
Then we-
die.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was during the bonding is when they were going to die. The bonding saves him, and
So he's
nothing like
already
that will
been
happen.
bonded.
Yeah, if a Sin Eater would die again, the Geist will bring them back after 24 hours, but someone in their place will die. So it's impossible to kill a Sin Eater.
Does the
Without-
Sin Eater kill the other person, or is the other person just kind of killed by the laws of nature?
Usually it'll be a Final Destination death.
Okay.
Yeah, they have no control over it. The Sin Eater and the Geist do not have any power over that. It's just nature basically correcting something that should have happened.
I gotcha. Okay.
Someone was supposed to die, so by God, someone is going to die.
Okay.
Unless
let's
a
try-
Reaper comes to correct that.
Mm-hmm.
You're dead, I'm deaf. How did you die?
Make a perception plus awareness roll, please.
Ooh, I think I'm good at those.
Mm.
Let me look at my sheet.
Just him?
I'm going to allow Cody to make a roll as well for this.
Awareness is 3.
Perception plus awareness.
Yes. I'll let you both make it. And this is about the time Portia is coming.
Alright, let's see here. Ah, thank goodness, no botches. That's 1, 2, only 2. Darn.
3.
Cody, what you detect is specifically not, you don't really see anything for you, but you can feel it because you were looking with correspondence before when you were helping Alexis. You can feel there are barriers around this home, around the walls, the doors, the windows, pretty much everywhere. There are invisible barriers that are keeping whatever is in that house inside and trapping it. Reinhardt, you see with your spirit sight, you have to kind of lean in close and you almost miss it, but you can see sigils drawn small, but they begin glowing when you focus really hard on them. And to your spirit sight, you can see them etched into the door frame of the house, around the windows, along the bottom of the foundation of the house, and up towards the roof of the house, going what looks like all the way around, you would assume.
Okay. And these are physical sigils? Like I could walk back and point them
Currently,
out?
you are looking at it through your spirit sight. You are not sure if they're going to actually be there in person. You could guess they likely would be, but they'd be probably much harder to see unless you knew where they were and what you were looking for, which you now do.
Gotcha. Alright, I'm gonna go back and investigate the back door.
Okay. Back door is currently locked right now. Looks like it was relocked. You are able to see on the door frame though, the sigils that you saw glowing on the front door are on here.
I'm gonna turn off my spirit sight.
They are carved into the wood, very small, but they're going up all the way around the frame. You could
I'm
almost miss them as like notches in the wood, or a decorative etchings, if you didn't know what you were looking for.
I'd like to closely inspect the lock and see if there's any way I can tell if the lock was picked or if it was just, natural entry. Maybe someone made a copy of the key.
Perception alertness.
Perception alertness. No. Simroll. I am narrowly missing blunders. But in return getting completely garbage rolls. Never mind, let's go! Oh, you had to do that to me. That's a 3 total.
Doesn't look like there was any foul play here using, like, the door wasn't forced, no lockpicks. There could be many supernatural abilities that could open this door, though, too.
Right.
And these are etchings, but you aren't sure exactly what they do, just that they correspond to your spirit sight. You would need someone to translate them for you.
Are there any footprints in the ground? Anything that looks off that may just be otherwise generally mundane details?
Perception alertness.
Right. That's another 3 successes.
Nothing that you see.
Okay. So there's no footprints at all?
Not that you see, no.
Okay, interesting. I'll go around to... Go
Are we
around to
going
the front.
inside?
I'll go around to the front of the house first. And also just generally checking the sides of the house for anything else that may particularly stand out, that maybe he walked out the front, but of course if he did, unless he's got like a gravel path, I don't expect to find footprints necessarily, but still
Nope, just normal cement. Nothing really out of the ordinary here. Just more of that same etchings and scrawls that you see
Gotcha.
along the top and bottom of the building.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to... Does anyone else want to do anything, by the way?
Well, I'm
This is
just
true.
now arriving, so my character would need to be briefed on what's going on.
Alexis will fill.
I just want to give people also chances to have action and stuff.
This is your investigation.
Oh, don't misunderstand me. I'm not really interested in this investigation. I just don't want to be left alone back at the mansion.
Portia says with PTSD.
That's how you turn up as a corpse or don't turn up at all.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on Mr. Bones' wild ride. I want off.
We're gonna return to Ethan then, and I'm
Okay.
gonna ask him about the runes.
Warren!
Oh
What
boy.
Talk of runes. You know runes. Your people use runes all the time.
Got a little bit of interest.
Ethan just kind of looks very confused.
I didn't think you would know what's going on.
So you're not aware of the weird carvings around the door or anything like that?
No, I've hardly even gone inside. Usually we kind of just meet and talk outside.
Fair
That's
enough.
probably a good idea.
How many times have you been here?
2, 3 maybe?
Perception occult, right? Or a stoica.
Intelligence plus esoterica for you.
Okay. Only 2.
That's enough though, because you had help from Reinhardt, and you can actually take the time to study them. These are Enochian runes. These are runes of entrapment, protection, and wards against spirits and ghosts.
Is it a two-way barrier or a one-way barrier?
It looks like it's meant to keep whatever is in there inside. It's meant to keep things from leaving the building or passing through its walls.
So it's entrapment instead of both ways.
Yeah, it'd be difficult for anything to try to get out of there.
I'm not trying to keep you out. I'm trying to keep me in. Okay.
Now this is going to be interesting.
With that knowledge, I'll step inside.
Okay.
From the back.
Okay.
And then I'll, of course, start doing the investigation, looking for small things like maybe some, like, you know, an imprint in some dust or something, or like something's been moved.
Ectoplasm.
Something seems.
Are you using magic at all to try to find anything?
Not for the moment. Right now, we're just doing what's perceptible to the
Cursory.
eyes and ears.
Everything is
Because-
meticulous and extremely tidy.
Okay, and there's nothing that seems to break this pattern. There's no sorts of scrape marks. There's no sorts of anything that breaks the mold.
Nope.
Maybe some like one thing out of the line, nice, neat.
No, you walking through here looking at everything, if you did not know about this person going missing, you would have no idea that there was any problems or anything at all.
All right. Well, leaving the basement for now, I'm going to simply start investigating room by room, seeing if there's any major discrepancies in this, of course.
Is anyone helping you?
That's a
I might as
question for
well.
the other people.
I mean, whatever I can help with, I would.
Alright, everyone's gonna help. Perception awareness for this.
Oh boy. I have so much of both of those. That's like my thing.
No, not bad.
I'm batting an average of 3.
-1.
Watch.
Cody,
But
you're
this is
distracted
just
by
the
the fact Mardicus is chittering and running all around you.
This
Oh, he's
building
so
appears
cute.
to be made of wood of some kind.
Cody thinks the butler did it. There is no butler. Exactly.
Alexis and Reinhardt. And let's see. Yep, and Warren. All three of you guys in the basement feel the rest of the house is very warm and nice. The basement is ice cold, though.
Okay.
Oh, that's where the screams are coming from, so it stands to reason.
Well, you don't know about the screams. Only I know about the screams.
Well, I know. I had a character mentioning that.
And on that note, when we do start to go down into the basement, I'm going to ask for anyone with some entropy magic to assist me, because standing outside was kind of rough. So going downstairs might test my willpower just a bit.
You're gonna be okay because you know what to expect now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's like before you do it, it's like, okay, I know what's coming. It's gonna be bad. I'm ready for it. Before it was just like, this is just a house. Oh, holy shit! What the fuck is that? Now you know this place is bad now, so you're okay.
We just come around
Okay.
the corner and holy shit.
All right. Well, I turned the little knob that's in the right side of my head to click night vision on. I'm sorry, no wait, not night vision, spirit vision. That's another tick of the click.
All right, make an narrative roll.
Da-da-da. Whoop. Okay, that was bad. I guess I'll
Nice
roll two
knowing you.
more. That's at least 2 successes. God damn it.
Oh my god.
So it's 1 success.
That's enough. This place is terrible. The walls are covered in blood. The scent of pure death and decay fills this room. It looks like basically a man cave. Very nice plush chairs, a projector TV. Like this is a very nice basement.
But bad stuff has happened here.
And as well as you can see against one of the walls, what looks to be the outline of a door in sigils. There, glowing very brightly, and with your spirit sight on, you can hear screams, and now this close, you can hear soft scratches on the wood of the wall there.
Would I potentially know what this is?
The screams are high pitched, and if you had to hazard a guess, you could almost say the screams of children.
Of course.
Like,
Of course.
would I know if this is like some sort of spiritual abomination that probably needs to be trapped, or can I probably tell if this is just like some sort of weird, cruel punishment?
The only way something like this could happen is for mortals to actually do horrible things. For the spirit world to look like this, to your sight,
Joke.
death and murder and torture had to happen at this place.
Boy.
So this is a huge tip-off that whoever we're looking for probably ain't a nice guy, or at the very least, the previous homeowners weren't nice guys.
Correct.
Well, they were part of the HOA.
In werewolf terms, this is a wound.
Yes.
Okay.
In mage terms, this is a Shadowland.
Would there be any sort of major
Word
risk
of our community's
to
acclaim spreads.
trying to free these spirits
Carl.
and heal this place?
It would take time, a lot of time, but it could be done if you could figure out what the source of it is and help fix it. Because it looks like whatever these runes are doing, it... Oh, sorry.
Carl, thank you very much for that raid. Welcome, everybody. I hope you had a fantastic stream. I will be in the chat. Carry on.
With these runes trapping whatever likely is here, it's not going to heal.
Okay, so whatever is here does need to be freed for this place to
Yes,
not
because
have
of what?
such a menacing aura.
Because based on what you hear from the screams and such, they are not at peace, and as long as that is here, that terror, pain, and suffering is going to keep bleeding over, and it's likely that is what is causing the spirit world here to look like this around this home.
I'm gonna sit down, fold my legs. I'm gonna pull out my totem.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall
And-
not fall.
Dang.
Okay, another
We got
raid.
something already.
Same one. I'm
Same.
not sure why I played twice.
Oh,
Okay. Well, darn.
Joke.
But yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll sit down. I'll pull out my totem. I will try to focus my own soul energies into said totem, and I'm
Okay.
gonna see if I can't commune with this spirit from the other side of the ruins.
make an
That's a good
irritate
idea.
roll.
Sorry, what?
Make an
Yeah, that's a
irritate
good
roll.
No.
Now I was asking, are you sure that's a good idea?
No,
Okay.
but that's 2 successes.
That is enough.
I'm already hearing this thing screaming its head off, so if I can actually get it to talk, I don't think it can really do much worse.
You hear sobs and soft cries, but they seem to kind of stop when you kind of mentally, spiritually knock, I suppose is the correct term.
Yeah, sort of it.
And you can hear a boy's voice going, "Who's there? What's going on?"
And he goes, "My name
And
is
then-
Reinhardt. I'm a detective. I'm looking for someone."
Then you hear other voices. "Wait, a detective? Are you gonna help us? Please, it's dark. It hurts. Can you get us out?" You're hearing 2-3 dozen voices now, all trying to talk to you at once.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Can
Why are
Portia,
you?
can Portia sense any of this going on? I do have a point in spirit.
Not with the wards, no.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask them why they are all in here.
We don't know. None of us. It's dark and we don't know where we are and it hurts and we're stuck here. Please, can you get us out?
What's the last thing you remember before being stuck in there?
Mr. Vanderung was having me come over. He was gonna help me with my homework.
Oh goodness.
Jason Vanderung?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. This guy probably he died to a spirit or something. He's a lost cause. I asked whoever is speaking if they were alone.
Yeah.
And I assume they got to his house and they were doing homework, and then at some point they just kind of fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I ask if any of the rest of them have similar memories.
Most of them are very similar to this.
Mm.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna see about getting them released. It might take a little bit, but just hold on.
By the way, just for the record, if anyone has watched, I would like to note, Ethan has not entered the home.
Mm-hmm.
He is outside waiting right now while you guys are investigating. He told you guys specifically he didn't want to get in the way of anything.
I'm sure.
So Reinhardt's going to go ahead and stand up. His totem no longer glowing. And he's going to look over to Warren. And I assume Warren knows about runes.
And are these the same kind of runes that were on the other door?
Yes. These are harder to see. It looks like, knowing exactly where they are, thanks to his spirit sight, you don't have to make a perception roll for this. There is a secret door there.
And I'll point that out.
Oh dear.
I ask him if we can get these runes removed. Or if there's a way to break them.
Yes, there would be.
Yes, but are you sure that these aren't an amalgamation or anything like that? Now?
Well, I can't be perfectly certain, but they certainly shouldn't be trapped here. I know that much for certain. This is not something that. In fact, if there's a secret door here, we can probably open that physical door, can't we?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
The runes are on the frame of the door, so if the door is open, they can't come through.
Okay, and then it's open.
Inside the secret door, you find a hidden room. You can see, oh god, a lot of different torture implements.
Of course.
A lot of nasty things. And you can see small items on a shelf on the opposite side of the room.
What kind of items?
I want to know.
One is a teddy bear, another is a baseball glove. Another is ballerina shoes.
The trophy room.
Okay, so is there any sort of weird dark arts that any of us would be privy to?
I have to say, those may be anchors, but my character wouldn't know that. You would, since you know ghosts.
Yeah, if you know ghosts, those are likely fetters. Those are a binding for a spirit to the mortal world. They're items that are very important to them.
Okay.
If the fetters were here, that would mean the kids, when they first came out as ghosts, would likely have come out here and be trapped.
Given my knowledge of spirits and whatnot, what would be the best way to go about handling these? Because I assume, on top of wanting to free them, there would be like an actual system for like ghost children, especially since we have a curriculum for ghost children.
The ghost children should be soul forged on site, according to the rules of the spirit world.
Soul forged. Define soul forged.
Basically, their souls hammered into metal and basically thrown into eternal suffering, possibly.
No.
And made into objects for the spirits to use.
Why?
Because they tend to be weak to their shadows most of the time.
Because they get corrupted, aka.
That's according to the laws of the dead, though, and not everyone follows that.
Okay,
Well,
so
thank you for that.
fuck the laws of the dead.
Yeah.
What's the next best alternative? What's the most humane alternative?
Having a Sin Eater help them move on and resolve their issues and fetters. Technically, anyone can do it, but a Sin Eater would be best at it.
How convenient.
How convenient that one just happens to be outside.
Yeah.
Almost as if fate was being written for us or something weird.
It's weird.
Let's go grab that essential NPC.
They
Yeah.
can't come in.
Ah,
They'll be
right.
stuck.
Okay.
Ask for help then.
Oh, well, we just need to break the runes, which you said already said that we can do.
You could use magic to do it.
That's
Warren could likely use his prime magic with a little bit of help with spirit magic to make it easier to wipe the runes away, or you could just break the door and the walls. That would do it too.
Just physically breaking the seal.
Can we make sure there's not another bigger bad spirit before we do that?
I
You
would
can go
agree
into
on
that room and look around to see which spirits. See the spirits of the kids and that.
Yes.
I can't, but
I'm almost certain if there was a bigger bad spirit, I probably would have sussed it out by now.
You can
What
make
do you
it.
have?
You can make a check though.
Also,
I'll double check.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
how about instead of, just breaking the runes, period, we could bring the Soul Eater inside, let him
No,
help
we can't.
them. Well, we can actually bring him inside, but he would just be trapped here. But then after he helps them, then we break the seals, and then all of them are free, including the Soul Eater.
would he agree to do that?
You'd have to ask him.
Worth a shot, I suppose.
Because,
Everyone's
if we just break the seals, then all of the spirits in here could go gallivanting off. Whereas right now,
wants to
they're
go?
trapped where they could be helped.
Who
The
wants to go?
investigator should probably.
What
Go
was
ahead.
that? What was that, Toshime?
The investigator Reinhardt should probably go talk since he's the one who knows spirit stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm suggesting this out of character. This is outside of Cody's wheelhouse, though, so...
Yeah, not
Why
my
is
forte
it-
either.
I was
You're learning
investigating-
though.
I was investigating for bigger bads.
You would not find any.
Okay.
Oh, phew.
But you can see the kids around there.
Yes, you would be able to see all the kids. There's like 2 or 3 dozen of them.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead up and I'll go ahead and speak to Mr. Ethan.
Okay. Yeah, Ethan's just sitting outside, kind of waiting. Were you able to
Right
find
now.
anything?
We found something.
Kinda.
I'm not sure if it's directly related. You should come see it though.
I don't want to come in and get in the way.
No. You need to come in.
Mm-mm.
This is.
You really need to see this.
Really, it's okay. You can just tell me about it from here.
I may have figured out why you feel like you're being watched inside the house.
Mm-hmm.
You are.
What do you mean?
There's a room in the basement. A hidden.
Oh. What's inside?
Various implements.
Nothing good.
He seems to pause for a moment before you see him grin and just start clapping. Well, as he gets up and just smiles right at you, Reinhardt. I was kind of surprised. I heard about you, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Okay, we
Uh,
found the new BBEG.
but my employer had high hopes for you, and I am very glad to say you passed. Congratulations, Reinhardt. You have passed the interview.
The interview.
Yes. He walks over to the door, reaches out and touches the open air of the doorway, and it's like he's pushing against a solid wall. So I wasn't entirely truthful with you, and for that I apologize.
You're not related to Jason Vanderung, are you?
No, not at all. I killed him.
Understandable.
Yeah. I'm sure you saw what was in the basement.
We found the door. And a few other things, which
He was
I'm sure you're aware of now.
He was a
Somehow
member
they aren't
of,
the worst thing we've seen this week.
He was a member of the Seventh Generation. They're a cult who worship a being known as the Worm, something like that.
Oh, those guys.
And they abuse children, murder them. To them, that is the most sacred thing they can possibly do.
Can I ask why you haven't dealt with things downstairs, if you're aware
I
of them?
can't get into the house.
Would you
You
like
see
to
him
be-
wrap his fist against the door frame? Or at least the open air, which is actually, like, you can hear thunks when his fist meets the empty air. I've tried. I can't get in. That's why I called you.
Would you like us to make it so that you can get in?
That's what I was hoping for. My boss that I work with, he was thinking of trying to offer you guys a little bit of assistance. He's been hearing about things that you guys have been doing, and he wanted to offer you help. But he only kind of meets people who meet his criteria. So we decided to kill two birds with one stone and use this as a little bit of an interview process. If you guys couldn't figure this out, well, obviously you would be no good to us.
No.
But no, I'm the one who killed Jason because of what he was doing. I also took out over half the cults. And we're working on hunting down the remaining members right now, too.
A laudable goal.
Were you being honest when you were also stating that you weren't part of the Benred family originally?
No, I am actually related to him. Well, kind of. I'm adopted. But he's how I met my current boss.
So you were adopted, like you said?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know how I
took care of me when I was young.
I don't know how I necessarily. I'm not sure how I feel about the.
Subterfuge?
Yeah.
Interview.
Not sure how I feel about that, but I am appreciative to be recognized, I suppose.
I will say for supernatural factions, this type of behavior is pretty normal for them to evaluate like possible candidates to either recruit or see about trusting. They'll usually do something like this. So this isn't out of the ordinary behavior for someone in your guys' run of the world. Doesn't mean it's fun, but it's not necessarily not normal.
Warren.
Mm-hmm.
Being the expert on runes, do you think there would be a way that you could temporarily, like lower and then raise the outer rune to let him in, and then once he's in,
I can change the rune.
You can change it.
Basically, have open close.
Okay. Yeah, if you can have open close on it, then we can get him in, put it back up. So, like you said, the children
Now-
will just start running.
Do you have to turn the whole thing off at once, or can you just like open up a door?
It'd be like opening a door.
Yeah, because the smaller the opening you create, the better in cases like this.
Yeah, there's 2 different rune spots. The one outside the house, and then the one the kids are at. So,
AKA airlock.
Yeah.
There you go.
The house itself acts like one big airlock. We just need to be able to, as long as the outer lock can be turned on and off, the inner lock is basically fine.
Yep.
and that'll be a Stoica intelligence.
No, this would actually require magic to do.
Okay.
So this would be Arete.
I'll make sure nobody's watching.
We could use the back door, since that'd probably be more discreet.
Yep. It wouldn't be that difficult to do, so just make your Arete roll.
Okay. And since this will be writing extra runes, it'll be the Erte 5.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me.
Oof.
Alright, that would be enough to change the runes to open the door.
There we go.
And Ethan would come on in and make immediate power walk to the basement. And he's immediately going to go over to the secret door and just kind of kneel down and look inside. And then he's going to start talking very gently to things that none of the rest of you can see.
Joke.
This goes on for about 20 minutes. Before he's gonna look at you guys and basically say, please remove the runes here.
Simple remove.
With the music.
And since that's not creation. It's just going to be 3 dice.
Alright, yeah. The runes fall again. And you see him go inside this room and begin gathering up the items before coming out with them and looking at all of you. If you all would like to come with me, please, my employer would like to meet you and speak with you, if that is acceptable.
Alright.
You seem to be developing
Sure.
a habit of this.
You know, we never discussed a rate, but I will still expect payment.
Don't
Let's
worry,
get on
you
the
will
brass
be paid
tacks
for
here.
your services. You will be paid for your services.
Make sure to include hazard pay.
PTSD fees.
I mean, I'm pretty sure my entire job is hazard pay.
Would you be willing to come?
Oh, yes.
And your friends?
Of course.
Might as well.
Alright, he will lead you to a limo that has pulled up outside of the house. A very large limo. You kind of see him. What you're assuming is talking to the ghosts of the children before the door to the limo opens in the back, and he climbs in and beckons you guys to get in as well.
Reinhardt does so.
Hopping in.
Might as well follow.
I prefer my limo, but I suppose I can get in this one.
As you guys head off, you guys are actually driving back towards Cody's home before you keep going past that into another manor. This one is even bigger and richer than Cody's.
Uh-oh.
Impossible.
Reinhardt.
Why do we hear JoJo fight music?
This is perhaps the most opulent, biggest, just like over the top manor in the entire city.
And this place looks perfect.
Does our
No,
Domino live here?
You said it.
don't say it.
Oh, darling, no, I do not live here, but I am so happy to hear you say that, as Domino has appeared in the limo sitting down, drinking a cup of tea quite casually.
Does Ethan react?
No, but he looks over and looks very annoyed.
Finally, I'm not the only one.
Oh, Ethan, darling, so good to see you. Do tell your father and give him my highest regards. However, I was invited. Yes. Looks over and glares. You were.
Don't look at me.
Oh, no, darlings, don't worry. Oh, I simply have a wonderful story to tell you. But you have some friends coming back. They went on a little road trip, and they should be back within the day. I do hope you do get to meet them soon.
Hmm.
Question
Perfect.
is, will they be happy to see us?
Well, you mortals are always so complicated, but I do have a grand gala to plan for them, I did promise. So,
Complicated. Almost as complicated as what defines friend these days.
I'll leave you guys to your little play date. Toodaloo! As he poofs out in a puff of salt.
That reminds me, Cody. I need to speak with John
You know what?
Marcone.
Cody, you're right. Your limo is better. This one's full of salt.
I wonder whose fault that was.
I forget. Does Cody know John Marconi?
He's aware of him, yes.
Okay. Michael's the one that knows them more personally.
Personally.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think Cody had a, business relationship or anything with Marconi, but wanted to verify if I forgot.
As like you might, if you do underworld dealings or getting illegal stuff, you probably go through him, but a lot of people do. So you might just not know him on a personal basis, so to speak. But Cody, you do know the owner of this manor is a very big recluse. It is very rare that he is seen outside of his manor.
Oh, he's a spider.
Oh my god.
He is filthy stinking rich.
Obviously.
Said that he possibly has enough money to possibly buy out Pentex if he wanted to.
Whoa. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. This is like Jeff Bezos rich.
Hmm.
Yeah. He also is very rarely seen anymore that you remember, but you know of him. Mr. Deacon. is usually what he is referred to as. You aren't sure what his first name is. You never have heard it used.
Wait, did you say Dicon?
Yeah.
As in the legendary Didicon?
No.
My God.
No. No. So you have chosen death.
Do you want to keep him?
I'm sorry, that's the first thing that popped into my head.
So you have chosen death.
Them.
I do not know this reference. I feel like it's a good thing.
Diddy Kong. As in Donkey
Them.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah. Now that I understand.
Here, I'll see myself out. Hold on.
Bye, buddy. Good joke, though.
So is
As you
his
pull up-
entire empire wrapped up in banana plantations?
Well, I don't feel bad about what's going to happen now.
Good thing I filled the donation goal.
As you pull up to the manor, Ethan gets out and waves to the front door. Go ahead and head in. He's expecting you. And I need to take care of a few things with these little ones. But he's waiting to see you.
What can we expect?
I don't want to spoil things.
There's a difference between spoiling things and making sure that we're aware.
No, that takes away like half the fun.
Who's fun?
Yes.
Yeah, see that's where that matter of perspective comes into play.
Alright, let me put it like this. Is there anything we specifically shouldn't do to ensure that we don't directly insult him? Or
No.
threaten him?
No, you'll be fine.
Okay.
I make under 100 grand a year. Me existing insults him.
I just pull out a cold steel revolver casually and walk in. I'm kidding.
Inside, the door opens and you are able to walk into a very nice foyer. And sitting in a place of pride in the middle of the room is a table with a pair of books on it. Not just a pair of books, those are just on the little stands, but there's also a set of books behind them as well. One of them is what looks to be a set of first edition signed novels written by C.S. Lewis, the Narnia books.
Oh, nice.
Every single one, first edition signed, and besides them is Tolkien's Lord of the Rings books, all of which are also first edition and signed.
We're dealing with a Fae, be careful.
Is this guy one of those guys who also has like one of the signed copies of like the Bible by Martin Luther?
Actually, give me a second.
I know that that's like a very coveted book to have signed. Which is weird because Martin Luther never really struck me as the type of person to like sign a book. Especially not a Bible. But like historically.
Actually, yes, there would be.
Right. So this guy likes collecting books.
Did you say that out loud?
No, obviously not. This is just more an observation.
Because you do hear footsteps coming down the steps of the foyer as you see a man in a dark gold, almost bronze suit walking down the stairs. His hair's brown for the most part, but has begun to turn silver and white at the edges. My cat just yawned and it was adorable.
Duke.
With that.
Admiring my collection.
What's going
Quite a collection.
Very nice one. I'd appreciate anyone who appreciates higher learning and respecting the arts.
Lewis was a bit of a stick in the mud, but well, he had a flair for the dramatic. And Tolkien always had his head in the clouds.
Didn't C.S. Lewis come around?
Later, but well, you never really forget the youngins when they're young.
You speak upon them with a great amount of fondness.
Oh, indeed. They were quite interesting heroes. I have nothing but the absolute respect for both of them, for the time I knew them.
Yep, see, there it is. How old are you? Just curious.
Polite.
How long has this world been around?
Couple billion years?
I think it's 6.4 billion years, unless I'm mistaken.
I believe you just answered your own question.
Who are you?
They call me Mr. Deacon.
The deacon, as in like a head of an estate, or that decon, as in decontamination?
More first than the second, though that's one name I've been called. Do you mind if I change the scenery a little bit? I don't want to be rude.
Not at
Your
all.
house.
Out of curiosity, you say that's what they call you, but what would you call yourself?
Good question.
He seems to consider that for a moment as he just kind of casually snaps his fingers. The entire manner changes when he does that. And you guys find yourselves in a massive cave-like chamber, piled literally almost from floor to ceiling with treasure. And a massive bronze dragon is laying on said pile of treasure, watching you guys.
Hello.
Cody, I have a paper bag if you need to breathe into it.
He's maybe 50 or 60 feet tall and like 100 feet wide.
Cody isn't greedy. He just wants to live comfortably.
On a bed of solid gold. Like the dragon.
Ew,
Who, by the way,
no.
is richer than you.
That would be so uncomfortable.
Let's say, you know how uncomfortable gold would be?
As I said, my apologies.
I assume Deacon is the dragon.
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome to my lair, children.
Many people insist on calling them lairs.
That is what it is called.
Very impressive.
It's my generation has a certain connotation that comes with the word lair is all.
Could also be
I'm
stated
aware.
as
I
an
do
abode.
try to take it upon myself to keep up to date with everything every decade or so.
A dwelling.
But no, this is an actual title for it. Lair. It is my inner world that we are in.
He also is a dragon, so you know.
Mhm.
You know.
And I'm addressing the dragon in the way that other dragons address each other. I'm using his own verbiage, his own mannerisms.
I am the
Direct,
first
frank, and
child of the
honest.
Dark Mother. The first of many brothers and sisters. And I wish to offer you my assistance in your little quest that you are about to embark on.
Which
What
one?
do you mean about this has just been the preamble? I thought we were already on whatever this quest is.
No, you haven't made any steps yet, but I am here to change that for you. Please make intelligence plus occult rolls, everyone.
So glad I put that point in.
Let's see. Intelligence plus acute. Let's go.
Out of character, I'm freaking out. Oh boy, oh boy.
Alright, difficulty defaults to 7, right?
Yes.
Like,
I told you I wanted to give you guys something special for this.
look at Alexis over there.
I'm a smart one.
He did a
I've
heckin'
been studying
sprint.
dragons since I was 5.
This isn't even my first dragon.
Alright, I have a question.
Yes.
Did dinosaurs taste like chicken?
More gamey than anything.
Grizzly.
Why? Why is that the question that you ask?
Why not?
Like, you know, birds are supposed to be related to dinosaurs.
suck eggs.
Mhm.
So it's curious if, you know, that sort of biological evolution exists.
Cookie did
They
an
tasted the same.
influence.
How boring was the Precambrian era?
Nothing much happened then, but we were busy with construction at the time.
Fair enough.
Instruction.
Well, I mean, reality's not going to build itself.
Fair.
What is the influence?
I mean, it could. It's been known to happen.
Yeah, like if you were to populate it with small autonomous creatures that live short lives so that way they can't become a major threat. Hey, wait a minute.
Are you referring to microbes or are you referring to humans?
Some people would say there's no difference.
I'll be right back. Gotta grab a bottle of water real quick.
Be careful, it's full of people. I mean, microbes.
Sure, they can find that eventually. I will allow that. Might not come up immediately, but it will come up eventually. Not possibly
Ominous.
just today.
Ominous.
Oh no, are we going to find the thing?
But with those rolls, I'm just gonna go with the person who knows the most here. But all of you did well for this. This is a beast. Beasts are not necessarily human. It's kind of complicated, but basically, you know all the creatures like from Greek myth: the Gorgon, the Medusa, the Nemean lion, the Minotaur. Basically creatures of myth.
Yep.
Those were beasts. Beasts' purpose are to teach humanity lessons through fear. That is their duty, that is their job.
So he's like a creepy uncle.
It is a hero's duty to take those lessons of fear and terror and distribute them to the community in a way that they can understand.
Oh, so the reason C.S. Lewis was a hero is because he wrote a book.
Disseminate information. It's the God's PR department.
Well,
Man, My Hero Academia is looking a lot different.
well,
Man,
they did
season 2
include
hits
in
different.
the books. Lewis did have that wonderful little island that apparently turned people into dragons. I did enjoy that.
Wait,
Who
what book
had
was
what now?
that?
Prince Caspian,
Oh yeah!
I haven't read that one.
Yeah,
I've
no, that
read
was-
them
that was
all, and I very much enjoyed that scene as well. It was well
I
done.
actually haven't read that book. Can I borrow your copy?
Voyage of the what?
Voyage
Voyage of the
Dawn
Dawn
Treader.
Treader.
That's my
Yeah,
favorite
with-
because he becomes a dragon.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Orem.
I do
Yeah,
The
it's-
dragon
it
TF
was-
scene.
Yep.
It was a nice cameo for me, I will admit. I quite enjoyed it. Though I am a little upset he wrote me as a queen rather than a king. I think he was getting back at me because I may have thrown him into a wall a couple of times before.
No, that's just, the identities of some characters have been changed to protect the innocent.
Back.
No, we kind of had an on-off relationship at the time. He apparently got angry at me that I what's the term that you use nowadays? Yeet, yes. I yeeted him off a cliff.
Why'd you do that?
Well, we were in the middle of an epic duel, of course, and he fell into a river of water at the bottom of the said cliff. It was
You-
quite the enjoyable pastime, honestly.
Do you do these duels a lot?
I haven't
No.
played Hero for quite some time.
Do not. I can hear the gears in your head turning from over here. Do not.
I mean, I don't think I'm doing anything. I think I'm just following the path of the inevitable here.
You are not a hero.
Oh, okay, good.
You are a mage. Heroes are intrinsically tied to us. They can enter these domains as they wish,
Oh,
even if we do not want them to.
oh, I might have a hero.
But yes, both Lewis and Tolkien were they understood my message that I was attempting to deliver. And well, I will say, out of both of them, I think Tolkien gave me the better part. He gave me an entire book to myself.
I don't know. I feel like...
Are you saying that you're Smog?
I may have been the inspiration.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty sure Smog has a much less positive
This is true.
depiction.
That's because of the message that is supposed to get out from this.
it
About
be-
greed and desire and how it can poison people if left unchecked.
Would it be rude to ask you to do the line?
No. You are my guests. But I'll still say no.
Oh.
But I have called you here because I'm aware of what you are going to undertake, what fate desires you to do. And already some beings have attempted to stop you. Those spirits that you let out, for instance, are already making plans and disrupting the way things should be. But I know where one of the beings you hunt is going to be. and I am willing to offer you assistance in dealing with them, if you desire.
In exchange for?
He
He wants
seems
a
to
book.
consider that for a moment. This
a book.
worm is a perversion of all I hold dear. I have put a lot of effort into this world with my dear friend, Alric,
I'll be back in a bit, but I'll still listen.
and I would not wish to see it destroyed or devastated. Not to mention, the worm is a disgusting abomination, and I would take great pleasure in seeing it humbled and defeated, in a way.
Well, sounds like we have a common cause then.
Especially as one of its little urge worms is an utter perversion of what I do. You know he's talking about Phobek, the head of fear and paranoia.
Duke.
Stиральная машина.
This should be fun to take care of.
Normal fear is meant to teach someone. It's meant to teach people to be wary of threats and to learn from danger so that they can become better and grow as people. Sometimes a person needs a swift kick in the pants to realize something is bad in their life and to get out of it. That is what like the beasts are meant to do, is teach that fear, to ensure that people learn from that fear and grow as people, if that makes sense. Though they do quite enjoy killing people who either won't learn that lesson or are corrupted by what they're trying to teach against.
What was it that Doctor Who said? Fear is a superpower?
Mm-hmm. And for Phobok, though, the Urgeworm of Fear, he mutates that fear into just pure, mindless panic, dread, and all-consuming terror that basically drives them mad. I'm going to share an image real quick for you guys. Where are you? There he is. Boop. 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 I just shared an image in the Horizons Lost Mage for us. For you guys.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yep. This is Hakakin. Basically
Yeah, I remember that guy.
he is the basically avatar for Phobok.
Rock lobster.
Ding, 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 ding.
By the way, that's a werewolf, or it used to be a werewolf.
Oh,
Oh.
About to say, that's a werewolf. He has
explains
a
the teeth.
serious case of mange.
yeah. More of a crustacean look to him now.
He's got extra limbs.
Yeah, that's when you know the mange is really bad.
Yeah, he is a combination Tyrannosaurus crab hybrid.
What?
Tyrannosaurus.
Yes, he is a Tyrannosaurus crab hybrid.
Oh, that explains the
Crabosaurus.
little arms.
He's
Yep.
a Crabosaurus.
He is a Crabosaurus.
Dear God.
So we need to find this guy and shoot him in the face?
I'm not
You
sure if
make
that
it
would
sound
do
so simple.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that would be enough. But I think that is a general idea, yeah.
But yes, it is something that he wants dead. And he knows where Hakakin is going to be. If you destroyed Hakakin, you would devastate Phobok, and strike a very big wound against the Urgeworm.
Certainly sounds like something we'd like to do.
Okay, so at what point did we graduate to god slaying? I feel like I missed a memo here.
Hakaken is not a god.
That's
He
a
is
really big crab.
he is a he is a werewolf who has been empowered by Phobok and given great power, but he is still technically a mortal spirit hybrid.
At most, we could consider him a demigod, and that's even pushing it a little.
He's still
Um,
chunk.
These creatures, though, do have a weakness.
Silver.
No, it's specifically the way you have to destroy them. We kind of went over this before, but I'll do a refresher. For example, Empress Illyria, she is the incarna for the Urgeworm of Desire. Her title is the Countess Desire. The way you kill her, the only way that is known to be able to destroy her, is you have to desire and want her. And then when you bow down to swear yourself to her and swear allegiance, you must steal a weapon from her and use that to deliver a killing blow.
All in one
When
go,
you
huh?
do so.
So we probably need to be afraid of this guy.
Fear is the mind killer.
I'm upset that I got that reference.
Well, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Yeah.
I understood that reference.
I understood that. I understood the context of. I understood that reference. Screw you.
I can get you to where there's an old tablet that carries the information you need to destroy Hakaken, and I can get you it if you agree to assist in destroying him for me.
Well, we probably were gonna anyways, so why not?
Yep, sounds good to me.
In exchange for this,
all right, here comes a catch.
I will grant you one of my scales. Once, and once only, you will be able to call on me, and I will come to help.
Does that, like, leave you vulnerable? Or is that just something that, token put on the book?
Oh, that's just something he made up.
Good catch.
Yes, he had a thing for the dramatics. He always did what was the term? Yes, he liked writing crowning moments of awesome for his characters. Honestly, after comparing it, I kind of preferred the movies. He spent far too much time talking about trees.
He's interpreted the missing scale as a token of hope, to show that no matter how evil and foreboding a situation can seem, that there's always that one golden shot that you might be able to make.
He just smiles.
What do you think of the Silmarillion?
Very long.
Yeah, I agree.
I did have some questions about heroes as well.
Yes.
I'm going to give you some names. First off, Stan Lee.
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. Also, good answer, because even if you said no, I was going to inform you that you were wrong. Keanu Reeves.
Redacted, I'm afraid.
Okay. Can you at least tell me if he's immortal, like everyone says?
Even the dragon is afraid of John Wick.
I can neither confirm nor deny such allegations.
Okay. Maybe I'll make that piece of information one of our payments.
Oh my god.
I don't know if this may be out of character for knowledge, but does Hakaken have anything to do with the fall of the White Howlers?
He helped, yes.
Okay.
Is that in character or out of character knowledge?
That'd be out of character knowledge.
Out of character.
Okay.
He wasn't in any of the Dark Age books, so.
Okay. Now I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. J.J. Abrams.
No.
Okay.
Why are we interrogating the dragon for how many people that he knows?
You're not. How often do you get to meet a dragon?
Also,
Exactly.
I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know which ones are heroes and which ones are Hollywood sellouts.
Oh, most heroes nowadays only think about trying to kill us for treasure and reward rather than to do their duty.
You know, considering, the whole 6 billion years thing, I'm going to assume that the hit rate on that isn't too good.
Oh, I'm just one. I am the first of my siblings. There are many, many tiny little babies who are out running around trying to spread the messages they wish to spread. I am the first of the Dark Mother's children. I am the oldest.
And you're the one that gets to tell him, don't do that. Don't, and he was slayed.
No, I more or less leave them to their own little games. I've more or less retired for the most part.
Okay, I've got another curveball here. George Lucas.
I enjoyed the music.
There's a couple people that might know this dragon. Adamant. Or Nevis.
Duel of the Fates is stuck in my head now. Thank you for that.
Right, Tanya?
What? Huh?
Adamant might know this dragon.
Adamant? Oh, yes! Sorry. I completely freaking blanked. I have more than one character named Adamant.
The Exalted.
Yeah. She might. It's been so long, I can't remember specifics about the character. It's been like, what, 7 months?
Oh, what about Don Bluth?
No, but he was quite the inventor.
Nod. I'm guessing Walt Disney isn't a yes.
He's more affiliated with the fair folk.
That
Okay,
makes
you know
too
what,
much sense.
That does make too much sense.
Same with the Brothers Grimm.
Oh, that one we already knew. There's no even point in asking that one.
Yeah, that's.
It's patently obvious.
Well, in lore, the Brothers Grimm may be Fae themselves.
Oh my god.
We don't ask
What about
those
Mark
questions.
Twain? I could see Mark Twain potentially being fat.
No.
Was he a hero at least?
Nope.
Okay, he made a lot of really interesting literature.
If you called Mark Twain a hero, I'm pretty sure he would just laugh and walk away.
No, yeah, I know, but this doesn't seem to be the traditional sense of the term hero.
Sim almost back.
That's what I was kind of waiting for too.
Son of a. Don't mind me, I just burned myself.
Why'd you do that?
Because the soldering iron slipped in my hand.
No.
Oof.
What?
I'm keeping my hands busy right now. I'm
I was gonna
repairing
say
an
you're
LED strip.
soldering during
Yeah,
this.
I'm keeping my hands busy right now by repairing an LED strip.
It's
Fair
an
enough.
ADHD thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You do you, buddy.
What are some examples of potentially modern or still alive heroes today?
I cannot give you that information.
Oh, okay. So even if I asked, oh, so Keanu Reeves is one. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But if you are willing to help, I can promise I can make it worth your while.
Oh,
Do we have a
I-
deal?
I believe we've already agreed to. Yes.
Yeah,
He
you
will
need to
extend
actually
one of
directly
his-
say the words.
He will extend one of his claws out.
I'll move to grab it.
Shaking one finger.
As you do,
He does not
you
burn your
feel
fingers.
you feel a tingling rush through you as what looks like a blazing circle, a golden disc within another circle forms above your the claw in your hand, and it just feels like this bond is not going to break. That this oath will be followed.
Cool. More tats.
Holding up a collection over there.
End of session for today.
What about Fred Rogers?
He was the greatest of us all.
That's right.
Okay.
Only correct answer.
Alright,
Jusha
Jim
in the
Henson.
background. I'm ready to fight the dragon.
Wait, no, I deserve one. Jim Henson.
Did
Yes.
you say Jim Henson?
Wait, you not know who Jim Henson is?
Oh my god, I
The
know who Jim
Muppets.
Henson is, but like it's on the tip of my tongue.
Well, and I'm not gonna tell you. This is your punishment. You have to not know, because
The guy who made the Muppets.
Oh yeah.
Hi!
Hey, frog.
Don't worry, I was googling it, and I literally, the moment he said Muppets, I saw him surrounded by
Google,
Muppets.
you're getting reception down here?
No, right now you're basically in like a mini world.
Yeah, no cell towers here.
Man, Verizon has signal everywhere. Holy crap.
You're welcome. It was difficult getting workers in here.
If you
Yes.
if you want a true hero, Mr. Rogers.
Oh, yeah, he's a hero even in the other context, too. Let's be real. We didn't
So-
deserve Mr. Rogers.
Did you guys enjoy the fact that I could just run with like the school stuff and everything?
Yes.
That was brilliant.
I'm
I
horrified.
would say I made basically that entire thing up off the top of my head and just ran with it.
No,
Yep.
see, I'm horrified because if you can come up with stuff like that quickly, that means that when we try to outsmart the bosses, they'll be able to react just as quickly.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, no. With my sessions, I literally basically make up everything as I went.
That was very impressive.
No, because of what you guys were doing with like the counselor and everything, it's like, well, okay, I know how I'm gonna work this in then. But yes, the donation goal that you guys made introduces the beasts into Empty Springs, and now you guys have the chance to, if you succeed in the quest that you now have access to, you will be able to get an NA level ally.
Well, for one time, right?
No, you might
Oh.
actually be able to
An
earn it as an
actual
NA.
ally.
Yes, not just a favor to pay you back. You will actually get him as an ally you can call on because the donation goal was met.
Oh,
That's
that's
Ving.
very nice.
Oda Ving!
That's why it's called Can I Keep Him?
Excellent.
No, you can't keep him, but you can use him in a fight.
Don't worry, everything will be fine.
No, you can't have the dragon. We have dragons at home.
And the other is
Dragons
Dragons
at
at
home.
home, the Skyrim
Double
wyvern.
echo.
No, it's a Skyrim
Oh,
wyvern.
No. We have... Oh god. I am going to use life magic in order to make a Marten dragon.
Or you could not.
Why not?
Oh, I want Mardicus as a dragon. You know, Marten dragon.
That'd be cute.
A Marten.
Scary. Cute and scary.
I hope everyone had fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thanks
Quite
for
fun.
hosting. Or storytelling, whatever.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us so far today for the stream. That was Horizon Lost World of Darkness. I will be back in a little bit with some more streaming. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Duke.
Duke.
I burned myself.
Why'd you do that?
Thank you for running, Kerr. Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Thank you, everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed and had fun.